Hi, my name is Nana Meyer. I'm a faculty member in Health Sciences at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, and I'm here with Sean Svet, former student at UCCS, and we're here in the Penrose greenhouse looking at a lot of plentiful vegetables, and we're here to talk about farm to institution, and the hospital obviously is an important component of this. Sean, you've been a dietitian now for 1 year here at Penrose, and you're a dietitian with food service.
Yes.
But then you also take care of this greenhouse.
That's right, absolutely. It's the Penrose Greenhouse Project because last year, in partnership with another local nonprofit, we actually started this project with funding from the Penrose Foundation. Mm-hmm. This site actually was sitting for about 8 years, completely unused. As the name suggests, it's new, it's a project. We're learning about how we can generate a little bit of revenue, some other pieces to make this really a sustainable project because it is so different.
And there is an economic piece as well, because suddenly the institution sets up a contract, a big contract, and that means life and death for a farmer. So you have nice lettuce here, you have herbs, I saw you have tomatoes. Where does this produce go?
So 100% of the produce goes back to the hospital cafe. So people can come by and have a bowl mixed of fresh greens. So that happens about once every month. And then also the salad bar just gets these little additions, these little herbs. We make fresh vinaigrettes. We do grab and go salads, which are wonderful. And we also just unleashed a new healthy meal. Those have greenhouse items, different herbs and greens for sandwiches. It kind of competes with some of those more unhealthy grilled items.
So I would say if you think about a greenhouse at a hospital or a garden at a hospital, it's probably the best proof by the hospital to say that the best nutrition comes right straight from the earth. So what were some of the difficulties to getting this going?
I can say that we were really lucky with this project and how it started. And one of the champions who kind of, I guess maybe it's fair to say, co-championed this project with me was the assistant to the CEO at the hospital, McCrae Anderson. And with her sort of leadership and definitely some of her guidelines and definitely her efforts to get people involved, this process actually happened smoothly, and we actually had lucky to have foundation money to come in to help us with this. So from the start, it was pretty well received. But now it's more about getting the word out and getting this onto people's radar a little bit.
So how does a hospital put the educational hat on to make people believe that this is good?
This year is the first year we're actually taking more of a community focus. We're partnering up with the Flying Carrot Project at UCCS, which you run, and we're also going out into the community. So just last week we were at Meadows Park Community Center and we were potting up plants for children. And I have a few former students actually who have come by and volunteered their time. So just sort of that mentorship, I think, is a big part of that. So just connecting with the right people and sticking with it.
So farm to institution, whether it's hospital or university, doesn't really matter, but the point is that as a institution we link in regional agriculture and tie that into education and the plates of Americans. So there's a cultural piece integrating what's grown in the area. What is best about this hospital program that you have started here for you as an individual?
More than the food, as these stories usually turn out, it's the people that make it really interesting, and I've really gotten the most enjoyment out of seeing some of our cooks coming up with new foods and feeling like they have more input. So it's kind of created this whole new culture at work where we have people who have a voice, and they're probably more excited to come to work because of a project like this.
Yeah. How should hospitals look like in the United States considering the food that they serve for those that are ill?
Being concerned with the whole environment of a hospital cafe, and that extends not only to the cafe but also to the rooms, to the patient service that we're doing, but really thinking outside the box with our menu designs, what we're offering. We know that when we offer more soda, people will drink more soda. When we offer more burgers, people will probably eat more. This is not hard at some basic level. We really want to see more people out there growing more backyard gardens. We want to see more community gardens popping up. If you feel like you have the time and the means, greenhouses, any way you can grow more food. Food is really a platform for connections between the community. It's this sort of blank canvas that you can paint and work off of, and I really hope that we can get more people inspired to just take it on and start somewhere.
Especially those professionals working at the hospital. Dietitian, urban farmer. Physical therapist, urban farmer. Doctors, urban farmer.
Absolutely.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Nana.
And keep up the good work.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.